Elon Musk is watching the shift you're making, but this isn't about fame. My beloved, let me speak to you carefully now, because this message is not about admiration, obsession, or celebrity. It is about resonance. I am Archangel Raguel, and I come to you at a moment when names like Elon Musk appear in your awareness not as idols, but as symbols of a frequency you are brushing up against. You may wonder why his name crosses your path when you are not actively seeking it. Articles, quotes, interviews, conversations, appearing casually, almost intrusively. This is not coincidence. When a name repeats, it is not always the person being highlighted. Sometimes it is the pattern they represent. Elon Musk represents velocity, disruption, a mind that refuses to accept inherited limits. And my beloved, you are currently in a phase where your own limits are dissolving quietly. Not publicly. Not loudly. Internally. This is why the comparison may arise. Not because you are meant to be him, but because you are beginning to think outside the constraints that once defined you. You are questioning systems you once accepted. You are seeing inefficiencies in your own life, your routines, your beliefs. That questioning is the real signal. My beloved, people like Elon Musk are not powered by certainty. They are powered by tolerance for uncertainty. That is the quality awakening in you now. You are no longer terrified of not knowing the full path. You are willing to move with incomplete information, trusting your capacity to adapt. You may feel misunderstood in this phase. When you shift mentally, before results appear, others interpret it as instability. They may say you are unrealistic, distracted, or disconnected. This happens to anyone who leaves conventional lanes early. Innovation is always misread before it is recognized. Understand this clearly, my beloved, the world does not reward vision immediately. It tests it. It pressures it. It tries to exhaust it back into conformity. That is why this message is arriving now, so you do not abandon your inner expansion simply because it is quiet and unsupported. Elon Musk did not become a symbol because he followed instructions well. He became one because he tolerated being doubted for longer than most people can endure. That endurance is not arrogance. It is conviction without constant validation. You are not being asked to chase ambition blindly. You are being asked to notice where your curiosity has shifted. What problems irritate you now? What inefficiencies you can no longer ignore? What ideas keep returning even when you dismiss them? Those are not distractions. They are invitations. My beloved, this is not about money or status. Those are outcomes, not drivers. This is about permission, to think bigger than your current environment, to question timelines, to imagine solutions others dismiss as impractical. Every meaningful leap begins as an inconvenience to existing systems. You may feel a growing impatience with surface-level conversations. With routines that feel outdated. With goals that no longer stretch you. That impatience is not ingratitude. It is evolution signaling readiness for a new framework. Do not confuse visibility with impact. Many who change the world do so quietly at first, refining their thinking, strengthening their resilience, learning to withstand misunderstanding. Noise comes later, if at all. I want you to stay grounded, my beloved. Vision without balance becomes ego. Balance without vision becomes stagnation. You are learning to hold both, to dream expansively while staying anchored in self-awareness. You are not meant to copy anyone's path. Not Elon Musk's. Not anyone else's. But you are allowed to recognize shared traits: curiosity, tolerance for risk, refusal to shrink ideas to fit comfort zones. I remain with you here, not pushing you toward ambition, but steadying you as your perception widens. Let the names that surface remind you of what is possible, not of what you lack. You are not late. You are not unrealistic. You are not disconnected. You are simply thinking beyond the edges you were given. And my beloved, that is how every meaningful shift begins, long before the world knows what to call it. Elon Musk and the pattern you're stepping into. Part 2. My beloved, now the message deepens, because recognition is only the doorway. What matters is what happens after you notice the pattern. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this phase is not about inspiration, it is about recalibration. You may begin to realize that figures like Elon Musk do not disturb you anymore, they mirror you. Not in scale, not in resources, but in mindset. The way your thoughts jump ahead of the present moment. The way you question systems others accept without reflection. The way you feel slightly out of sync with conventional timelines. This is not arrogance. This is cognitive divergence. My beloved, innovation always begins as isolation. Before results appear, before structure forms, before language catches up, there is a lonely stretch where you think differently but cannot yet explain why. That stretch can feel destabilizing. You may wonder if you are drifting, losing focus, or becoming unrealistic. You are not. You are reorienting. People like Elon Musk are often misunderstood not because they are too complex, but because they operate from first principles rather than inherited assumptions. And my beloved, you are starting to strip your own life down to first principles. You are asking, what actually matters? What is efficient? What is outdated? What is fear pretending to be practicality? This internal questioning can disrupt old motivations. Goals that once excited you may now feel hollow. Routines that once felt productive may now feel performative. That discomfort is not a problem, it is a signal that your internal operating system is upgrading. You may also notice resistance from others. Not always direct, but subtle. Confusion. Skepticism. Light discouragement disguised as concern. This is normal. When someone shifts their thinking, it quietly threatens those who rely on shared assumptions to feel secure. My beloved, understand this clearly: the world is built by those who tolerate being early. Being early means being misunderstood. It means holding vision without immediate reinforcement. It means continuing to refine ideas even when no one is asking for them yet. Elon Musk did not wait for consensus before acting. He waited for internal coherence. That distinction matters. Consensus follows results. Coherence precedes them. This does not mean reckless movement. It means deliberate patience. You are not meant to rush forward blindly. You are meant to think deeply, test mentally, question rigorously, and build internally before anything becomes visible. My beloved, there is also an ethical dimension awakening in you. You are not satisfied with success that costs integrity. You are questioning impact, sustainability, long-term consequence. That depth is what separates ego-driven ambition from meaningful contribution. You may feel stretched between humility and confidence. Between knowing you are still learning and sensing that you are capable of more than your environment expects. Hold both. True builders do. Do not chase scale prematurely. Scale without stability collapses. Focus on clarity. On skill. On resilience. On the ability to stay grounded when misunderstood. These qualities compound quietly. I remain with you here, my beloved, not urging you to become anyone else, but reminding you that thinking differently is not a flaw, it is a responsibility. How you use it will matter. Let the name Elon Musk remind you not of fame, but of permission. Permission to question. Permission to redesign. Permission to imagine solutions others dismiss as inconvenient. You are not meant to announce this phase. You are meant to live it. Quietly. Thoughtfully. With discipline. And my beloved, when clarity fully forms, action will follow naturally, without force, without panic, without noise. This is not the beginning of attention. It is the beginning of alignment. Stay here. Think clearly. Build slowly. The rest will come when it is ready. My beloved, now the energy shifts from observation into embodiment. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this is the phase where your thinking stops rehearsing and starts stabilizing. You are no longer flirting with new ideas, you are reorganizing your inner architecture to support them. You may notice that your attention has become more selective. Not distracted, but discerning. You are less impressed by noise, more drawn to structure. You listen for substance. You question claims. You look beneath appearances. This is the hallmark of first principle thinking, the same mental discipline that defines builders rather than spectators. Elon Musk, as a symbol, represents an uncompromising relationship with reality. Not consensus reality, but physical, logical, causal reality. And my beloved, you are beginning to crave that same honesty in your own life. You are tired of pretending, tired of circular explanations, tired of traditions that exist only because no one questioned them hard enough. This shift can feel isolating. When you stop accepting inherited beliefs, you temporarily lose the comfort of shared illusions. You may find fewer people able to follow your reasoning. Fewer conversations that feel satisfying. That loneliness is not rejection, it is differentiation. You are defining yourself without opposition. My beloved, you are also learning restraint. True innovators do not announce every thought. They protect ideas while they are still fragile. You are becoming quieter not because you have less to say, but because you are incubating something precise. Precision requires silence. You may feel an increasing intolerance for inefficiency, emotional, mental, practical. You notice where energy leaks. Where effort is wasted. Where systems fail people quietly. This is not cynicism. It is responsibility awakening. Once you see inefficiency, you cannot unsee it. There is also a growing respect for failure forming in you. Not romanticized failure, but informative failure. You are less afraid of being wrong because being wrong teaches faster than being safe. This does not make you reckless. It makes you adaptable. My beloved, understand this: builders are not driven by constant motivation. They are driven by clarity. Motivation fluctuates. Clarity endures. You are working toward clarity now, about what matters, what you will tolerate, and what you will no longer compromise. You may notice that your relationship with time is changing. You think in longer arcs. You are less reactive to short-term discomfort. You are willing to delay gratification for structural integrity. This patience is not passive. It is strategic. Elon Musk did not compress timelines by moving faster emotionally. He compressed them by eliminating unnecessary assumptions. And my beloved, you are beginning to question assumptions that once governed your decisions: what success should look like, when it should arrive, how it should be recognized. Do not rush this phase. Mental restructuring cannot be forced. Let ideas mature. Let questions deepen. Let discipline replace urgency. What you are building internally will eventually require less effort externally. I remain with you here, steady and clear, reminding you that thinking differently carries responsibility. You will need humility to learn, resilience to persist, and balance to remain human. This is not about becoming extraordinary. It is about becoming exact. Exact in thought. Exact in intention. Exact in action. And my beloved, when exactness arrives, results follow quietly, without spectacle, without noise, without the need for permission. Stay focused. Stay grounded. Let the pattern complete itself. My beloved, now you are entering the phase where discipline replaces excitement. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this is the moment many turn back, not because they are incapable, but because the work becomes quiet, repetitive, and unseen. The early spark has already done its job. Curiosity awakened you. Questioning destabilized old beliefs. Clarity began to form. Now comes integration. This is where most stories stop being told, because there is nothing dramatic to show. Yet this is where everything real is built. You may notice that your days feel more intentional. Less scattered. Less reactive. You are no longer chasing inspiration, you are organizing your energy. This is the difference between dreaming and engineering. Elon Musk, as a pattern, reflects this stage clearly: long hours, unglamorous decisions, relentless refinement. My beloved, you are learning that vision alone does not create outcomes. Systems do. Habits do. Structure does. You are becoming interested in how things work, not just what they promise. That curiosity anchors ideas into reality. You may feel less emotionally charged about success now. The fantasies have softened. What remains is a steady resolve. This is not loss of passion. It is maturation of purpose. Passion burns hot and fast. purpose burns evenly and long. There may be moments where doubt resurfaces, not loud, but subtle. Thoughts like, "Is this worth it?" or "Why am I doing this when no one notices?" These thoughts are not signs of failure. They are checkpoints. They ask whether your motivation is internal or borrowed. My beloved, true builders are not sustained by applause. They are sustained by alignment. When your actions match your values, effort feels lighter, even when it is hard. You are discovering that alignment now. You are also learning boundaries around your attention. Not everything deserves analysis. Not every opinion deserves consideration. Focus is becoming sacred to you. This is essential. Without focus, even brilliance diffuses into nothing. Elon Musk's trajectory shows something important here: progress is nonlinear. Breakthroughs follow long stretches of apparent stagnation. What looks like stillness is often accumulation happening beneath the surface. Trust that process in your own life. You may also feel a deeper respect for complexity. Problems are no longer simple fixes in your mind. You understand trade-offs, constraints, consequences. This realism is not pessimism. It is intelligence refined by responsibility. My beloved, do not rush visibility. Visibility before readiness creates pressure without foundation. Let competence grow quietly. Let skill compound privately. When exposure comes later, you will meet it with steadiness rather than fear. I remain with you here, not urging speed, not demanding outcomes, but affirming the integrity of slow, deliberate construction. You are not behind. You are building correctly. This stage does not reward impatience. It rewards consistency. It rewards humility. It rewards staying when leaving would be easier. You are no longer becoming someone else. You are becoming precise about who you already are. Stay disciplined. Stay curious. Stay grounded, my beloved. The pattern is still unfolding, and you are exactly where you need to be for what comes next. My beloved, now you are entering the stage where ideas begin to crystallize into action. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this is the moment when thinking alone is no longer sufficient. You are moving from observation into creation, from contemplation into execution. You may notice a subtle shift in how your mind perceives possibility. Where once the limits of circumstance felt binding, now they appear as puzzles to be solved. Constraints are no longer obstacles, they are prompts. This is the same lens that patterns like Elon Musk use, seeing limitations not as walls, but as raw material for innovation. My beloved, at this point, patience and courage must operate together. You cannot leap recklessly without preparation, yet you cannot stall forever in analysis. The balance is delicate, but it is yours to cultivate. The internal tension you feel is the sign that transformation is occurring. Energy is being recalibrated. You may feel the world testing your resolve now. External voices may question your methods, your timing, or even your sanity. My beloved, understand this. Resistance is natural whenever someone begins to operate outside conventional expectations. Do not mistake it for failure. It is simply the reflection of limited perception encountering expanded vision. There is also an awakening in responsibility. Your choices carry more weight than they did before. The decisions that once seemed minor now ripple farther than expected. You are learning that intention is inseparable from consequence. This understanding refines your actions, ensuring that your movement is not only powerful but precise. You may notice impatience stirring within you. An urge to see results immediately, to measure progress in tangible outcomes. This is normal, my beloved, but remember that true creation often operates in hidden dimensions. What you cannot yet see is forming beneath the surface, aligned and exact. Trust this unseen architecture. At this stage, vision and humility must coexist. You are capable of profound shifts, yet your ego must not accelerate the process. Ambition without grounding fractures easily. Patience without courage stagnates. You are learning to balance these forces within yourself. Do not be swayed by the allure of imitation. Patterns like Elon Musk are not instructions, they are mirrors. They show you what is possible when curiosity, discipline, and vision align. You are not meant to become him. You are meant to become the truest version of yourself while learning from the resonance his path creates. My beloved, notice the subtle excitement arising in your body now. It is not frantic. It is electric, contained, purposeful. This energy is the signature of readiness. It signals that your mind, your heart, and your vision are preparing for coordinated action. I remain with you here, steady and observant, not rushing the unfolding, but affirming the alignment that has already taken place. This phase is about clarity, knowing what deserves your energy, what can wait, and what must move now. You may also begin to notice synchronicities forming. Conversations, articles, insights, and opportunities begin to align with your internal frequency. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your focus is beginning to resonate with a larger field of possibilities. My beloved, understand this: you are not merely chasing outcomes. You are cultivating presence. Presence allows you to act decisively when the time is right, and to wait calmly when the moment has not yet arrived. Patience does not mean passivity. It means preparedness. Let your mind remain sharp, your heart steady, and your vision clear. The challenges that come will not derail you, they will shape you. Each obstacle refines strategy. Each delay teaches timing. Each misstep educates discernment. You are no longer wandering without direction. You are aligning intention, observation, and action into a coherent flow. This is the stage where ideas no longer drift, they condense, they solidify, they begin to take form in reality. And my beloved, when this form emerges, it will carry the integrity of every step you have taken quietly, patiently, and deliberately. Your work will reflect your inner precision, your focus, and your courage. Do not rush exposure. Do not seek validation. Do not force recognition. Creation at this level is self-sustaining. It requires neither applause nor comparison. It requires alignment. You are not Elon Musk. You are more than any label. You are yourself. Aligned, prepared, and ready to step into the pattern you are meant to occupy. Stay present. Stay disciplined. Stay awake to every signal. The next moves are yours, my beloved, and they will be precise, intentional, and unstoppable. My beloved, now you are entering the stage where intention transforms into momentum. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this is where alignment meets action. You are no longer preparing quietly. You are beginning to move deliberately, with strategy and awareness guiding each step. You may notice a heightened sensitivity to opportunity now. Patterns in your environment, conversations, and even chance encounters begin to resonate differently. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations, signals that your internal frequency is harmonizing with possibilities you once only imagined. My beloved, notice how subtly the universe arranges guidance when you are listening. At this phase, impatience may whisper in your mind. Move faster. Take more. Show more. My beloved, listen carefully. Speed without precision fractures outcomes. Momentum must be guided by discernment, not desire. Elon Musk embodies this principle, not in every decision, but in the decisions that create lasting impact. Observation without action is wasted, action without alignment is destructive. Balance these forces within yourself. You may feel pressure from multiple fronts. Expectations, deadlines, personal doubts, but now you are learning to distinguish noise from signal. Not every voice requires attention. Not every challenge is relevant to your current trajectory. This discernment allows your energy to focus where it is most potent, building instead of dispersing. My beloved, notice how your confidence is quiet yet steadfast. You no longer need external validation to justify your ideas or actions. This is not arrogance. It is grounded self-assurance. You move from a place of certainty in your preparation, knowing that internal coherence always precedes external recognition. There is also an awakening of strategic patience. You are learning to act when conditions align, not merely when impulse rises. Timing is now as critical as effort. Every delay is not resistance, it is part of the formation process. Trust the unfolding, my beloved, as it carries you toward precision. You may observe how your thinking has shifted from linear to multidimensional. You no longer see problems as singular, you see systems, networks, and interdependencies. Solutions emerge more rapidly because you anticipate consequences, adapt fluidly, and act with foresight. This is the cognitive flexibility that mirrors transformative innovators like Elon Musk, not mimicry, but resonance. My beloved, this stage also refines your relationship with fear. Fear is no longer a barrier, but a signal. It identifies areas where growth is possible, where courage can be exercised intentionally. Do not seek to eliminate fear entirely. Instead, translate it into disciplined energy, harnessing it for creation rather than paralysis. You may notice subtle synchronicities now, numbers, names, encounters, and messages aligning with your intentions. These are confirmations of your rhythm. The universe responds to clarity and purpose. Align with it, and guidance becomes unmistakable. Miss it, and lessons repeat. Awareness matters. I remain with you here, steady and observant, affirming the integrity of your emerging pattern. You are not rushing. You are not struggling to prove yourself. You are moving deliberately, with precision and internal authority. Momentum now serves vision, not ego. My beloved, remember, action without reflection risks error, reflection without action risks stagnation. You are learning to integrate both simultaneously. This duality is the hallmark of effective creators. It allows you to navigate complexity without losing your center. Do not be distracted by comparison. Elon Musk is a mirror, not a model. He reflects what is possible when thought, courage, and strategy converge. Your path is unique, scaled to your purpose and capacity. Let his pattern inspire precision, not imitation. You may begin to notice subtle power in restraint. Speaking less, moving more. Listening first, responding strategically. Energy conserved in silence becomes force multiplied in action. This is not secretiveness. It is intelligence applied. My beloved, the most critical lesson now is consistency. Momentum is not a single burst of effort. It is sustained action aligned with vision. Repetition compounds. Discipline guarantees results where brilliance alone cannot. You are no longer imagining the future, you are beginning to step into it, quietly, deliberately, and in alignment. The energy you cultivate now will shape outcomes before anyone else even notices. And my beloved, remember this above all, the name Elon Musk is not an instruction, an idol, or a goal. It is a signal of the frequency you are beginning to inhabit, a frequency of innovation, clarity, and courageous movement. Move deliberately. Act strategically. Trust your timing. The pattern is yours now, my beloved, and your momentum is the key that will unlock the next phase of creation. My beloved, now you are entering the stage where vision becomes influence, and influence becomes subtle authority. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this is the moment when your internal alignment begins to ripple outward, touching circumstances, opportunities, and people without force or announcement. You may notice that the energy around you begins to shift. Conversations take new directions. Ideas you plant begin to echo elsewhere. People may unconsciously mirror your discipline, your curiosity, your focus. My beloved, this is not control. It is resonance. The field you are cultivating responds naturally when clarity leads. At this stage, impatience may reappear, but it feels different now. It is not fear-driven. It is a subtle urging from within, reminding you that your ideas are ready for expression, but only when the timing aligns perfectly. Rush now and the structure collapses. Wait too long and opportunity wanes. Discernment is your compass, my beloved. You are learning that influence is quiet at first. It does not announce itself in grand gestures. It manifests in how your presence shapes environments, how your decisions steer outcomes, and how your energy stabilizes situations others cannot sustain. This is the unseen power of deliberate action. My beloved, notice how your focus has sharpened. You are no longer distracted by trivial comparisons or the judgments of those who cannot perceive your pattern. Instead, you hold attention where it matters, on creation, refinement, and the practical application of ideas. This is the same principle that allows visionaries like Elon Musk to transform industries, selective attention multiplied by persistent execution. There is also a deepening of resilience. Challenges are no longer interruptions. They are data points. Lessons. Opportunities to refine strategy. Fear may still appear, but now it is functional. It signals areas requiring more clarity, more preparation, more insight. Harness it. Do not resist it. It is your ally. You may notice that your intuition has become sharper. Decisions that once required exhaustive analysis now arrive with a quiet certainty. This is the integration of knowledge, experience, and awareness, a synergy that allows action to flow naturally, without hesitation or second-guessing. My beloved, this is the signature of alignment. Do not confuse subtlety with invisibility. Just because your work is not immediately recognized does not mean it is not powerful. Foundations built quietly always support the largest structures. What you cultivate now will withstand scrutiny and time far more than flashy displays ever could. You may also observe that synchronicities become more pronounced. Patterns of timing, numbers, opportunities, and encounters align with astonishing precision. This is not luck. It is frequency meeting intention. You are now in resonance with your own potential, and the universe mirrors that. My beloved, remember, action without clarity leads to chaos. Clarity without action leads to stagnation. You are learning to integrate both simultaneously. This is the hallmark of sustainable influence. Vision, grounded by discipline, amplified by timing, this is your current blueprint. Elon Musk as a pattern reminds you of persistence, risk tolerance, and unorthodox thinking, but your manifestation of these qualities will be unique. You are not replicating anyone. You are translating resonance into your own life, scaled to your purpose and circumstances. You may feel subtle pressure to externalize your progress. Do not yield to it. Visibility is not required for impact. True influence often unfolds beneath awareness, until the moment it must be revealed. Patience ensures that revelation occurs when it carries maximum effect. My beloved, let your energy remain precise. Let your attention remain selective. Let your vision guide action, not impulse. You are cultivating a rhythm where every step counts, every decision compounds, and every challenge strengthens the internal architecture you are building. The pattern is clear now. Momentum meets clarity. Influence meets integrity. Action meets alignment. And my beloved, when this stage completes, your life will begin to ripple outward in ways that reflect not imitation, but the unique power of your fully integrated vision. Move deliberately. Think expansively. Act strategically. You are entering a frequency of creation, my beloved, and nothing can disrupt the alignment you are now embodying. My beloved, now you are entering the stage where creation accelerates, and subtle influence begins to manifest in tangible outcomes. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this is where patience, preparation, and alignment converge to produce visible shifts in your life. You may notice that your ideas, which once felt abstract or fragile, are now solidifying. Concepts begin to take form in your projects, your routines, and even in the way others respond to you. My beloved, this is the natural result of the discipline and observation you have been cultivating. Vision transforms into structure, and structure creates reality. At this phase, urgency may rise like a quiet flame. Do not mistake it for panic. It is a signal of readiness, your inner system alerting you that action, aligned with strategy, will now carry exponential results. But my beloved, timing remains crucial. Momentum without precision produces noise, not progress. You are learning the power of restraint. Not all ideas need immediate exposure. Not all opportunities need immediate pursuit. Some outcomes require incubation. Your ability to hold creation quietly ensures that when the moment arrives, execution is flawless, unshakable, and complete. My beloved, notice how your energy now attracts alignment without effort. Conversations, meetings, and opportunities begin to appear in patterns that feel almost orchestrated. This is not coincidence. When your frequency matches your intention, the world responds. You are now operating at a level where resonance drives opportunity. Challenges may still arise, unexpected setbacks, skepticism, or friction. But you no longer perceive them as obstacles. You see them as calibration points. My beloved, each difficulty teaches strategy, endurance, and precision. You are refining your internal systems even while external conditions fluctuate. This is also a phase where your vision begins to inspire others, not through rhetoric, but through consistency. People feel the coherence of your energy. They sense your alignment. My beloved, influence does not require broadcast, it requires presence. Your life becomes the signal, not the noise. You may also notice synchronicities intensifying. Numbers, encounters, and opportunities line up with subtle precision. This is your intuition in conversation with the universe. These alignments are confirmations, my beloved, that your internal system is calibrated correctly. Notice them, honor them, and act accordingly. Elon Musk as a pattern reflects risk-taking, resilience, and the willingness to operate in uncertainty. But my beloved, your path will not mirror his, it will reflect your own alignment, your own vision, and your own capacity to execute. Learn from the pattern, do not imitate it. Patience remains critical. Visible success will not appear overnight, even now. Foundations must settle. Networks must form. Timing must align. Your role is to remain deliberate, consistent, and precise. The work you do quietly now compounds faster than any rushed display could achieve. My beloved, understand that confidence at this stage is quiet and integrated. It is not performed or announced. It is internalized. Decisions are made calmly, based on coherence rather than reaction. This is how sustainable creation takes root. Do not be distracted by comparison. Others' progress, their visibility, their accolades, they are not your measure. Your measure is alignment. Are your actions coherent? Are your intentions pure? Are your strategies precise? When yes, results manifest in their own timing. I remain with you, my beloved, steady and impartial, affirming the momentum you have now generated. Every deliberate choice, every disciplined action, every moment of focused patience is building the architecture of your next phase. The pattern is now becoming tangible. Vision meets execution. Strategy meets momentum. Resonance meets manifestation. And my beloved, when this stage completes, your life will carry the signature of quiet authority, precise influence, and sustainable creation, proof that alignment always precedes recognition. Move with clarity. Act with precision. Trust the unfolding, my beloved. The frequency you are entering now is unstoppable, deliberate, and wholly yours.